Hello and welcome to our next commentary on Wargame European Escalation. With me, as always, Ali Kusa.
And you just heard Klaus. We're watching another game from the Wargame Escalation series tournament. This time we're going to see two packed players, which is quite interesting. On the blue side it's John Sushant, and on the red side it's Zanulix.
Yeah, both are pretty average leveled. John Sushant with 1,555 points, and Zanulix with around 1,500, I think 1,496 or 86, something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, considering the ranking, they should be pretty even. But yeah, we're gonna see if that's true or not.
Okay. Let's take a look at the troops of John, because he's pretty finished, I think. Just putting a few T80s, as you can see there, maybe. Yeah, he uses pretty much infantry. Few heavy tanks, and lots of, in my opinion, lots of anti-air.
Well, I wouldn't call it few heavy tanks, because 4 heavy tanks is quite a lot, I would say.
Yeah, okay, but compared to the infantry, there are a few.
Yeah, okay, yeah. It's not a balanced lineup, let's say that.
And what's noticeable else is he only uses 1 HQ. It's quite a difference to other replays we already recorded. Only 1 HQ, quite risky.
Yeah, 1 HQ is quite risky because, yeah, if your opponent just smells you have this weakness, he can just concentrate all of his forces on destroying your HQ, and if you lose it, you lose the game instantly.
Yep.
It doesn't even matter how many losses your opponent has. If he destroys your HQ, you're gone.
True.
On the other side, we see Zanulix is keeping his FOB, which is yeah, quite unusual, at least in my opinion, for a 1v1. But he has 2 artillery units, so that might be the reason. He thinks he's going to use a lot of supply, so it's going to be more cost effective if he keeps the FOB.
Maybe.
Also, he's yeah, he's getting, I think, yeah, right now he doesn't really have much, but yeah, he has a couple of infantry units.
2 HQs.
2 HQs.
Not to forget.
And a lot of recon, which is quite nice. I really like that.
Of course, yeah, I think it's pretty standard. He pretty standard build up he's doing there. To mention are the 2 Akatsia, the cheap artillery.
Yeah.
The cheap Soviet artillery he uses.
Yeah, which is also quite good. If it's close enough, it's gonna be useful one way or the other.
Yeah, I think it's not bad to it's another bad choice to take them. All right, and here we go.
Yeah, but here starts the interesting part. Zanulix tries to go for Juliet and, I guess, Bravo, which is peculiar because it's quite hard to reinforce Juliet starting from Bravo. You take a lot of time to get there.
Quite far away.
You have pretty much a very spread out army. If your enemy just focuses on one particular point, you can't really defend against it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do it.
It's quite hard to defend, I think, because it's simply plains. You cannot hide your HQ very effectively, and it's very easy to snipe the HQ with a tank. So
yeah, with the tank.
I don't think Juliet is a wise choice for the beginning.
Yeah, I wouldn't even take Juliet even further into the game. I mean, there are real better possibilities. I mean, if you have the money to spare for another HQ, you're probably have won the battle in the middle and have secured Foxtrot instead of Hotel. And yeah, maybe only then, if you can't take Golf as well, you're gonna send your HQ to Juliet. But I think in this case it's gonna be easier for you to hold Alpha. I don't know. I wouldn't do it, to be honest.
Nope, me neither. Okay, now John obviously sees that that Zanulix has taken Juliet and is concentrating his force, of course, at this point.
Yeah. He sends practically everything he has towards Juliet.
Kind of a rush.
Yeah, it's a rush. It's not even kind of. But yeah, at least Zanulix did well with his recons, and he spotted the army from far away, so he is retreating with his command vehicle.
Yeah, not only that, reacting to that, I've seen many players out there which saw an army advancing and doing nothing with his HQs until it's too late. So he reacts quite fast and yeah, puts his HQ away.
Yeah, and John, seeing this, just pulls his army around, doesn't go for Juliet anymore. He knows it's useless because there's nothing there anymore. So he just sends his army into the very middle of the map, yeah, putting Zanulix under a very big amount of pressure.
Yeah, I think he's going to Bravo because he knows, oh well, there's his HQ, so let's go for Bravo. And yeah, he's now trying to verify it, or maybe he hopes for a lucky shot, or yeah, is hoping for a lucky shot and sends his infantry in the woods.
Yeah, funnily enough, Zanulix, although he has such a ton of units here, doesn't have infantry from the start. So he just sent his infantry back from some woods here to defend against this infantry rush.
Yep.
Of course, he has Vizatkari, which are a lot better than the Motostrelki, so he just destroys them.
Yep, but the Motostrelki were only a few meters away from the HQ. So with a little bit of luck, John might have destroyed it. So quite risky tactic there from Zanulix, but well, it went well.
Yeah, it went well in the end. But right now we're seeing this big density of troops in this forest. I don't really agree with that because John has a Buratino, and even if he didn't have, if he had any kind of artillery at all, he would pound this army to death. It wouldn't resist for 5 minutes probably, because there's too much stuff in here, and even with such an inaccurate artillery piece as the Buratino, he would just hit something with every rocket.
Yeah, I think it's a good point. Never cramp your units like this. I'll do it too. It's a big mistake, I know that. Spread them wide. Very important, especially for tanks. Because otherwise they will be taken out very easily by artillery.
Yeah, and I mean, he has these 4 T-62s, which are not even at the edge of the woods. They can't do anything. If somebody attacks here, those T-62s won't do anything. They will shoot maybe once or twice at some infantry vehicles, but that's gonna be it. And they're gonna die.
Very vulnerable, of course, against an infantry attack.
Another point I'm going to make is the spread of recons might be good for a normal game, because he pretty much covers every front. But at this moment where your opponent just is in the middle of the map between your troops, you just don't need the recons anymore in those positions. The one recon at the woods north of Bravo is practically useless. The one at Foxtrot as well.
True. And now we see John's Buratino fire, and as you can see, half of the army of Zanulix is stunned, damaged, routing.
This is amazing. I mean, it's not even funny to look at it. It's actually hurting me to see all those units just getting decimated by one single artillery barrage.
It's quite a show of force what the Buratino can do if handled properly, and having an opponent stupid enough to concentrate his troops.
Yeah, and I mean, one of the big mistakes Zanulix does at this moment, except the fact that there's no point of having so many troops in one forest. He has this excellent recon, this BRDM1, which he doesn't, or BRM1, which he doesn't use. He just keeps it at India, which is okay. I mean, you need recons for your headquarters, but he knows how many troops he has. He won't be able to even pull back somewhere safe if John decides to attack. So
yeah,
why not just send your recon a little bit closer, so you have vision of his army, and use your artillery. If you invested in artillery, just use it.
Of course, it would be enough to scare the Buratino, so maybe shake him or make him shaken or something else. Rout him.
Yeah, and even stun him and stop the attack altogether.
Other thing he doesn't do is pulling his HQ out. I would have done it because can't expect and it's gone because you can't expect the enemy firing again on the woods.
Yeah.
So pull your HQ out. Otherwise, it's just a present for the enemy sitting there.
Yeah. He should have just taken his HQ and put it in the corner of Bravo or something like that.
Yeah.
And spread out his troops, maybe even try a counterattack.
Something like that. Maybe he could have shot the Buratino.
Yeah. But right now, John knows he's pretty much won. His opponent has lost a lot of stuff, and the things he didn't lose are very damaged. So he just sends one infantry unit to India to just probe the defenses, and after he sees there's really nothing there to defend, he even brings in a chopper, and yeah, the last HQ doesn't really have many more minutes to live.
Yeah, the defenses were ridiculous at India. The BDRM-1 is the cannon of the BDRM-1 is well, I don't know if it's good for anything.
Yeah, it's subpar to say the least.
Yeah. So yeah, nothing left to do more for John. HQ is pretty much gone now. Pretty bad job the 24D is doing there, I have to say.
Yeah, it's not really a good chopper.
Yeah, bloody enough, obviously. Okay.
But yeah,
so,
if we're going to comment on anything right now, it's about the fact that first, you don't send your troops that bunched up in just one forest.
Yeah, and you don't send your troops in that bunch forest and then do nothing.
Yeah.
So keep your troops moving. He just sat there doing nothing against John's army coming for Bravo.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even try to confront John's army. I mean, with a rush, you need to try and engage the army long enough to do enough damage and still have enough room to retreat so you can do damage constantly and not put your HQs in danger. But
yeah, it's quite the opposite of what Kamurami does. And if you take a look at our other videos, he's just putting his troops everywhere on the map, quite spread it out. Yeah, and takes control of everything, while Zanulix did the opposite. He just put it in one very spot, and yeah, you can see the result.
Yeah, never underestimate artillery, guys.
Never. Okay, I think that's it. Oh, we forgot almost. Yeah, our sentence we always say: protect your HQs. Zanulix didn't, and he lost because of that. Maybe he could have hurt John so hard that he can come back, but well, he didn't protect his HQ, and France was gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
But that was it. Okay. Yeah.
If you enjoyed this, like, subscribe, tell us about your friend. No, tell your friends about us. And
better this way around. Yeah.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.